I see so many things that have happened since that event that have led to I guess a sharing of so much inspiration, so much hope. Do you feel that event was positioned to guide you into that? Do you have a sense of that now, that everything that happened led you into writing What's Left of Me, becoming an entrepreneur, and basically sharing this story to provide hope and inspiration? Or was that something you feel would have happened anyway?
No, I think it absolutely helped, Casper. Initially, I, I had no intention of becoming a speaker or an author. But when I arrived in America and got married, my wife at the time thought I should have a job, which seemed very reasonable. And it didn't seem that there were a whole lot of employment opportunities for a one-armed ex-safari guide in the Metro Detroit area. So at the time, I'd set up a foundation, a 501c3, and we were helping people who had lost limbs in Africa. And I was invited to go and speak. And people kept saying to me, you could actually pay some of your bills by doing that. And so I became the accidental speaker. And then writing the book was kind of cathartic. So between standing on a stage, sharing my story, and trying to extrapolate lessons for me that I was able to share, that was incredibly healthy and helpful. And writing the book the same. So extremely grateful for them, but it wasn't by intent. And when I look back at it now, I think it was training wheels for what was to come. What followed, I thought that was going to be my life lesson. I had no idea that was just preparing me for what was to come.
Yeah, I think so much of what we go through prepares us if we let it be that, correct. And I've spoken to so many patients that have just gone through so many different struggles, trauma, and years and years of suffering, that look back once they get through and say the same thing. Those were the training wheels. I could bless those events in the past. They set me up for something bigger, and also for taking on the challenges that were to come, in a sense. And for you, you started a company, Opus Dynamic, that you founded or CEO of, and it's a CBM, which is a commitment-based management company. Tell me about that commitment-based management, because I'm in business and I understand many different approaches to business and, the non-for-profit and everything. But what led you to start that Opus Dynamic?
So I was incredibly blessed when I came to the US. Just through a series of really crazy coincidences, I ended up getting a job with a guy who actually was the founder of that ontology, that methodology. And his company, Business Design Associates, he was a chap called Fernando Flores, had a lot of really, really smart people working with him. And they were looking at, how do we build high-performing teams? How do we enable people to show up more fully, to take care of their commitments to themselves and to each other? And Fernando, quite brilliant, and the teams that he had, quite brilliant. And they were looking for people, practitioners, to go and take this out to the world. And I was just real blessed and real fortunate that I was kind of a test tube baby. They were looking for people who had done things that were a little out of the norm, climb mountains, paddle rivers, who could engage and interact with people, and who were kind of an embodiment. So I felt I really appreciated that the team thought that was me. And I got deep dive and learned all about this commitment-based management stuff. And it was fantastic, Casper. It was predicated on the position that as we interact with each other, we make commitments. And the way we take care of those commitments and the way we take care of ourselves and each other, there's a direct correlation between that and success. And there's a number of very simplistic moves and simplistic ways of being and doing things that we can learn, that we don't just inherently come whizzing into life with, but that we can learn and we can apply and we can adapt and we can generate a lot of value. And over the years, it was magnificent. I got to travel around the world, work with teams, a lot of Fortune 100, Fortune 500 companies. As my career escalated, I ended up doing a lot of executive development, executive coaching, executive team coaching. We've used this methodology with professional sports teams, did a bunch of work with the military. Anytime you've got individuals who want to function as a high-performing team and really take their work to the next level, this commitment-based management work is, at first blush, extremely simple. But once applied, is incredibly effective.
And I love that because once you make a commitment, you have a goal, you have purpose. And like you said, when you have purpose, you have drive to drive on also, and to all be driving on in the same direction with the same focus and same intensity and same energy, positive energy, hopefully. And I think that's what's incredibly important for health in general. I think people mistake that, having purpose or, anything in the realm of spirituality and mentality really dictate health, when it really starts with, the physical side,
Right?
whether that is what you eat, how you work out. Whereas I think, our approach a little bit more, it is much more of a holistic one. And it does have a very large section of that is, what is your purpose? What is your commitment to life? Where are you finding joy? And where are you finding that passion and everything? So I love to take that and apply that to business, because I don't think that's just good business. That's good for health as well and general well-being of everyone.